Ladies and gentlemen, I believe any minute now we should be, well, any second now, should I say, we should be live on YouTube for a bit of Patch Day pre-hype. I'm super excited, man. Today is going to be an awesome day. It's kicking off all of the Christmas stuff that's happening in Marvel Contest of Champions this month. And I know today, like, the plan for today, guys, is that there be at least 4 live streams today. So I have 2 planned before the patch, and then 2 planned after the patch. So we'll see what's up, man. We'll see what's up. But yeah, we're going to do a bit of a casual stream this morning to get it started, man. A bit of a Patch Day hype, arena and chill, while I'm also auto-fighting the normal monthly event quest. And then after that, we're going to go over to Whale Milker, and we're going to 100% master mode. Like, I have 1 more path to do, so it's super, super easy. And then we have quite a big crystal opening to do on Whale Milker, so I'm going to be doing all of that live as well. And then come 6 o'clock, we got the new uncollected difficulty, so we're going to be jumping into that and doing the initial clear live. And then after I've done the initial clear of that, which I feel like is maybe going to take like an hour, hour and a half, maybe even longer. Depends, you know, how hard it is and how much how good I am at this video game. So those are really the 2 factors. And I don't know, man, I'm playing alright recently. I was slaying it this morning, man, slaying it this morning, so hopefully we can keep it up. And then I want to do some videos on MODOK and Taskmaster and kind of their animations, and then do a video having a run through of MODOK's lab. And then after that, we shall go live again to try and 100% the uncollected difficulty. So yeah, just to reel off that incredibly long list of stuff that I'm aiming to do today, but that's what we're on. So massive shout out to some of the first people to join us, and this is super delayed, but Owen, Knight, Shavam, Rocket, Jackie, Attell, Peck, Vic, A1, Logan, Croy, Bryson, Trouble. Thank you all for being so early, guys. A massive shout out to everybody, you know, here today. See my boy Chris LaFleur. Hope you're doing well, man. Shout out to Florida, my friend. Oh, and you have a juicy 5-star to open. I've seen some crazy 5-star openings this morning. I saw somebody open like 6 5-star crystals and get like Iceman, Archangel, X-23. I think he also got like Rhino and Ant-Man, but it was like a really like hit miss opening. Super, super good, man. I'm liking seeing, you know, all these people getting like crazy gold tier champions just from the basic 5-star, man. Like in summer, because I remember, like, for the most part, like, how bad the 5-star generic pool used to be. Like, there used to be, like, nothing in there that was even really that great. You had Star-Lord, you had your boy Hawkeye, and a lot of, like, fairly, like, mere average champions. Nobody too great, but now you can open your 5-star crystal, you can pull a god tier champion, and you can win this goddamn clown fiesta of a video game. So it ain't too bad, man. Hey, what is up, Ari? Hope you're doing well. Evan Potter asked, should I rank up 5-star X-23 to rank 4 and try to do LOL or save for another champion? Are we talking about a first run in Labyrinth, Evan? To be honest, I think X-23 is one of my favorite, like, potential demigod tier rank 4 champions. I would, if I got X-23 in an earlier point in the game, or if I ever find myself with X-23 and an excess of materials to take another champion up to rank 4, I'd love to take X-23 up, man. She's so much fun to play. So yeah, I'd go for it, dude. I'd go for it, unless you're sitting on a mountain of god tier champions or have somebody else in your sights. You know, get that Labyrinth run with X-23, and I don't think you're already going to regret her as a rank 4 option, if I'm honest. Yeah, I heard about that as well, Rocket, the 5-star crystal. Do you know if anybody's actually got, apparently they put 4-star Psylocke in the 5-star crystal instead of a 5-star one, which is, oh man, it's just, it's the most, like, if it was going to happen in any game, it had to be Marvel Contest of Champions. Amazing, amazing stuff that they would, do something like that. I assume very unintentionally, but do you know if anybody has actually got a 4-star Psylocke from their 5-star crystal? Because I've seen a lot of pictures of it on the reel, but I don't know anybody that's come forward and said they actually got one yet. So I'm curious, man. I'm curious. Oh, cool. Dude, my suggestion for you, I'd seek a little bit of help, my friend. You definitely need to talk to somebody, my friend. have a little bit of a chat. So I'm just going to send you away. We're just going to put you in the metaphorical bin. Oh, no! I banned the person above you. Manoj, I'm so sorry, my friend. Right, can I unban you? There we go. Manoj, you're unbanned now. But we'd put Call in the bin, man. Dude's got a lot of anger issues, man. Taking out on me. Dude, I'm not the source of your problems. I'm just goofing about making Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube videos. Not doing too much harm to anybody, my friend. Will there be multiple paths in MODOK's quest? As in, like, the monthly one? Yes. In terms of MODOK's lab, though, there's only one path. Oh, really? Come on. Oh, mate, that's such a... I hate it when they have that kind of layout, man. Gotta look out for that. It's just such a pain in the ass. We got there eventually, though, boys. Thoughts on Punisher 2099? I quite like Punisher 2099. He's alright. He's got some interesting stuff that he can do in terms of, like, really gimping the amount of power that opponents can generate when he's in his overdrive mode, but it's only the power generated via his attacks, which is kind of like a very gimped power lock, in my opinion. So yeah, I like Punisher 2099. He's got like a cool little set of utility, but I don't really think like a lot of his utility is consistent enough and strong enough and effective enough to surpass other champions in terms of play, and his damage output really isn't anything even close to special. So I don't know, man. I wanted Punisher 2099's utility to be a little bit more useful, but overall, I can't really see many scenarios where you'd justify playing him over other champions that are much more focused on one specific goal, like to power lock or heal block. See, and how do I never get bored of playing this? I don't say I never get bored of Marvel Contest of Champions. I don't believe that's a statement I've ever made. I think one of the reasons that I enjoy playing Marvel Contest of Champions so much is the fact that there is like a brand new update, and there's a lot for me to cover and a lot for me to talk about every single month. Like like every 4 or 5 weeks there is just so much new content, especially this month. I'm gonna be constantly busy, dude. I reckon for the next 3 weeks I'm barely gonna leave the house, bro. Like apart from this Friday, man, taking my girl out to London, but aside from that, it's just gonna be just sit down, grind out, try and get anywhere in the region of 3 to 6 videos out every single day, covering a multitude of topics. But this weekend, man, it's just a flood of new info, and we're just gonna have a flood of new info pretty much every single day until December, man. So it's pretty hype. And them kind of, you know, ramping up their development team over the summer, and now I feel like really this month we're starting to see the impact of a wider development team in Marvel Contest of Champions. I think around Infinity War, it's just, you know, I really hope if they can do what they're doing this month, if they can get close to the amount of activities every single month, oh man, that'd be amazing. So yeah, maybe that's a little bit of a dream, but they just need to, you know, kind of put those months in the past where it was like just an event quest and nothing else, which, to be honest, those months are very, very rare. We have had kind of a couple of those this year, but for the most part, there's usually quite a bit of additional exciting stuff go on. But this month, man, so much stuff, so much stuff. Seam Rolls, man's definitely hot. Thank you very much, Ashish. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, exactly, Chris. I feel that, man. Dude, in my head is going to be my phone the entire month. But if we can sit down and grind, like, there's so much benefit to it. I think this month I'm going to get I feel like I'm going to get about 70,000 5-star shards on Seatin, maybe even a little bit more than that. But even on my free-to-play account, I think there is potential on my free-to-play account to get 2 to 3 fully formed 5-star characters this month, and that's an account that, you know, is just about to turn 4 months old. But to be honest, I'm a sick beast at this game. I'm pretty good, man. That's what everybody keeps on saying. They try to discredit my free-to-play achievements. They're like, oh, see, and you can only do this because, you know, you're quite good at the game and you know what you're doing. So yeah, I got that's alright, man. That's alright. I'll take that criticism. But with everything that I do on the channel, man, especially on the free-to-play account, I like to, you know, help guide everybody along and tell you how to get down certain stuff and do most of the challenging stuff live, so you can see firsthand that, you know, stuff is possible, man. Yo, how is 5-star Elektra? I quite like I like Elektra, man. She's pretty cool. It's a 5-star character. Maybe if I had her awakened and had less god tier champions, I consider rank 4ing her. I'd love to have a rank 3 5-star Electra, because Electra's super fun to play, and she's a great champion for like finishing really big fights. You know, if you are like boss killing, maybe not really, she doesn't really shine too much in the current season of Alliance Quest, but I think if you have like a really beefy boss, and you have a stacked Electra, and you come in, you know, like sub 50%, like once you get to 25%, man, you just win the video game. Your damage is absolutely insane. You're critting on every single attack. So Electra, man, I really like Electra. She's super fun to play. Hey Cian, who should I rank up first? A 4-star Electra to rank 5, or 5-star Crossbones to rank 3? Oh, interesting. I'd probably, out of that dilemma, unless you really need the Electra for something in the immediate future, I'd probably go for the Crossbones. Because I like Electra slightly more than I like Crossbones, but Crossbones is proving to be a very useful champion for a lot of, like, endgame content, especially when it comes to, like, Act 5.3. There are a lot of spiked armor paths and stuff, and I imagine there will probably be a spiked armor path or 2 in 5.4. And Crossbones is he's just a beast mode champion for that, man. He's so good. So yeah, I rate that one, but I still like Blade. I'd still rank like a 4-star Blade and a 4-star Gwenpool over like a 5-star one. Oh, Blake, I had a really good chuckle at that Reddit post this morning, man. I just love, sometimes I'm not, like, self-aware of various mannerisms that I have, and it just kind of makes me chuckle when, like, people are pointing them out and, like, taking the piss out of me. It's good, man. It's good. I really like that Reddit thread. It was great banter. So yeah, I just had a bit of a read this morning, had a good chuckle while eating some toast and making some tea. It's a good time, man. Star-Lord or Dr. Voodoo to awaken? Probably Star-Lord out of those two characters, I would say, Alex. Do you only stream at this time for the update? Would love to find you live more often. Harry, my live streaming schedule is just non-existent, man. It's just whenever I got stuff to do. So, generally, like, when you can count, the only times you can pretty much count on a live stream are when, like, new, fresh, hot, spicy, hot content is dropping, like, at the start of the month. So, yeah, we're going to be live streaming in 4 hours' time, kind of taking down all the uncollected difficulty for the new MODOK event, and having a little bit of an early look at MODOK and Taskmaster. That's it, Chris. He knows. He knows. Yeah, Captain. I haven't seen anybody get the 4-star Psylocke, but I've seen it in the reel. But yeah, man, I'm sure if somebody pulled a 4-star Psylocke that way, it's just a case of like post on the forums and make a ticket, and they'll upgrade that 4-star Psylocke to a 5-star Psylocke. So it's something that can be resolved like fairly easily, I assume, by the team. But yeah, man, it's a pain in the ass. It's just it's so bad, so bad. I legit facepalm because the first thing I did when the first thing I do every morning is I open Twitter, and then I open the Marvel Contest of Champions subreddit, and Twitter was just filled with people sending me photos of 4-star Psylocke in the reel. But yeah, it was a little bit amusing, man. I assume not very amusing if you get that 4-star Psylocke, but you know, if you are one of the people that did get it, which I'm not too sure if anybody's actually landed on the 4-star Psylocke yet. But if you have got it, yeah, just make a ticket, man, and I'm sure they'll upgrade it to a 5-star one. And if not, you know, if they don't get back to you within like 48 hours or make a forum post on it, then I'll get my pitchfork, man, and I'll shake it at Kabam, and I'll be like, get it sorted, boys. We have 2 cases so far in Italian chat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to assume they're going to convert into a 5-star Psylocke, Captain Morgan Gaming. That's what I would imagine. And that's not too bad. I think she's, you know, one of in probably the top 25% champions that you can get from a 5-star crystal. Because there's a good like 25% of the champions that are pretty ass. A good 25% of the champions pretty mediocre. Maybe top 50% actually. I don't know, man. I don't know. She's alright. Psylocke ain't too bad. Right, let's go. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing normal 100%. Just a bit of an auto fight fiesta to start off the day. Because I need the T1 Alpha, man. Need the T1 Alpha. Thirsty for those. and I'm just kind of stockpiling my tier 1 alphas at the moment. Just to wait for... I'm waiting for the Taskmaster opening tomorrow, because I'm going to be opening, 20 of the featured Grandmaster crystals, and, there's an alright chance that we could get a 5-star character out of 20 of those, and we could get potentially, like, a 5-star, and I mean, it's within the realm of possibility to get, like, a 5-star Archangel or somebody really, really good. Granted, the chances are incredibly slim, but I'm just making sure that I have a big old pile of resources. Where can I get revives quickly? There's not really a quick place to get revives, I'm afraid. Just farm arena until you hate your existence. It's the way to get units to buy revives. When does the update come out? Just under... it's probably about 3 hours time for the update. And then all the new stuff starts in 3 hours and 55 minutes. Or 6 PM UK time. It's the time of times when all of the stuff Marvel Contest of Champions tends to happen. Oh, Rex, I saw your email on that the other day. I get so many emails about, like, help me recover my account. I have no contact with Kabam support, so I can't do anything to help you there, man. I'm not a branch of Kabam support, so I don't have any influence into recovering your suspended or hacked account. So yeah, man, unfortunately, I'd love to be able to help, but I can't, man. I can't. I don't interfere with that stuff. Who's the best champion? Very subjective, but I would say it's between Starkanath, Spider-Man, and Blade for a lot of scenarios in the game. Like, those are generally top 2, I would say. Top 2. Between those 2 characters, there's not much that you can't do in this game. Apart from, what wouldn't you be able to do? But I guess power control. You need to throw another power control into the mix there, and maybe champions like Magic and Iceman start coming up. But there are a lot of different champions that are great for a lot of different scenarios. But again, it all depends on the matchup, man. All depends on the matchup and what you're fighting. I am so boring with this game. Every time I open a 4-star crystal, I got duplicate, nothing new. I'm very disappointed. Oh man, you just need to keep on, figure out what your goal is in this game. Like, I'm not very excited by 4-star crystals anymore, but that's just because the game has advanced so much. Like, what gets me hyped, man, is the 5-star featured crystals. That is where my game is about. And generally, there are so many characters in the 5-star roster now that I don't really land on many, if any, duplicates at the moment. But I'm sure there's going to be an opening where I get nothing but, like, unwanted 5-star dupes for sure. Oh, no! Jamie, who was it? Tell me now, man. Tell me. It's really annoying because I know we got a few people that aren't checking the chat, but I also saw the raid tokens going up this morning, so I don't know. It might not be all over, but I'm gonna shake my stick at that dude later. You are not reply to me. Hashtag unsubscribe. I'm not really too sure if that's a legitimate comment, Malhi. But if it is a legitimate comment, feel free to unsubscribe. Like, if you're just gonna cry, I'd be happy for you to get out here. And if it is sarcasm, you need to be aware that sarcasm doesn't come well across YouTube live stream chat, especially when I'm not overly familiar with you as a subscriber. Seen as the hood worth a generic Awakening Gem 4-star? Definitely not, in my opinion. His awakened ability, it's very nice to have, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's like barely even not really worth even a Mystic Awakening Gem, if I'm honest. Hey, what's up, Spyros? Hope you're doing well. Do I rank up 4-star Juggernaut, my first 4-star, or keep it for the next 4-star Crystal? Yeah, I keep it for the next 4-star Crystal, dude. Because Juggernaut, he's when awakened and when at high rank, and when you've got Mystic Dispersion, he can be a very, very good Alliance War defender. Not really top tier anymore, but, like, he's just not really a great champion to play for the most part. I know, Harbinger. I'm so selfish, man, not being able to reply to every single person in chat. I do try my best, though, lads. I do try my best. I'm always sitting here, man. Oh, Rom, man, he's #1. Romissy, man, #1 on my shit list right now. Tut, tut, tut. Yo, what is up, Jimmy and David? Hope you're doing well. When is Dr. Patriot coming? Gosh, obviously for Infinity War, Dr. Patriot has been confirmed as the only champion that can solo Infinity Gauntlet Thanos, with the combination of Dr. Voodoo's ability accuracy reduction, nullified power control, and Iron Patriot's ability to stun on the special 2, and Gimp Arc Overload. They formed to create Dr. Patriot, the ultimate Thanos Infinity Gauntlet slaying character. You know it, boys. You know it. Because what he does, Infinity Gauntlet Thanos, he has Degeneration, which saps 120% of your health over how many seconds? Let's say 25 seconds. But the only champion that can withstand the might of Infinity Thanos is a champion with double regeneration, one at the start of the fight and one Arc Overload regeneration. Enter Dr. Patriot, the best champion in this game, confirmed. You know it, boys, I'm telling you, Kabam have actually been hiring me to design Infinity Gauntlet Thanos along with Dr. Patriot, man. I am now the lead designer. Hey, what's up, Dysentery Joe? Dude, thank you very much, man. I appreciate your kind words. What about Marvel Strike Force? Would you like to start all over from the beginning when the game releases? I don't really want to start all over from the beginning when the game releases, and they've confirmed that progress is going to be retained. So yeah, Marvel Strike Force. I'm very excited for the release of that game, and I kind of hope it's in a period where Marvel Contest of Champions is in a little bit of a lull, so it gives me a bit of time to focus on it. But I reckon next year is going to be a very, very busy year for Marvel games, so I don't know, man. I'm super, super excited for everything that's coming, but I think I'm going to have time to do both Marvel Strike Force content and Marvel Contest of Champions content. So yeah, it should be pretty damn good, man. Pretty damn good. When am I going to open all my 5-star crystals? When the Blade Crystal returns, my friend. When the Blade Crystal returns. Unfortunately, I don't have any invites. It's just, if you have an iPhone, you can get it via the New Zealand App Store, Chris. So I've got a video on like how to download Marvel Strike Force. It's quite a fun game, man. I'm really, really enjoying it. Like the characters, I think it's mainly like the Marvel brand that gets me super, super interested in the game. And also there's a lot of banter in our alliance about like just all the memes, because pretty much all our alliance are like very high-end Marvel Contest of Champions players as well. So yeah, it's funny seeing characters like in this game that aren't really that great, like Luke Cage and Winter Soldier in this game, they're terrible, but in Marvel Strike Force, Luke Cage is a friggin' god, man. He is so good. I've like got my Luke Cage up to like level 49 and gear tier 8 now. My Luke Cage is pimpin', son. And he is like the ultimate tank. Maybe I'm gonna say, like, I think overall in Marvel Strike Force, Luke Cage is gonna be the best character that is like a pure tank. Like there are other ones that he competes with, like Hulk and Drax, but Luke Cage, man, he's just got that resilience. But I don't know, Hulk might be a little bit better. I haven't yet unlocked Hulk. I'm like 3 shards away from it, man. Oh, the return of OG Cap. Those fatigue buffs, counter mortar, evade for days. I'm telling you, man, Ant-Man over Captain America. Actually, man, I don't know. I'm glad that they've added that interaction to make, like, you know, Ant-Man and Captain America ever so slightly more interesting and viable counters to Mordo. Because I think like coming into the game from the perspective of a beginner, there are a few champions that just seem like insanely unfair to fight in comparison to other options. Like whenever you first fight like a Mordo or Hyperion, like those characters are just substantially more difficult, mainly due to the flood of power, man. The fact that Mordo gains so much power, and also the fact that he can't be stunned when the majority of players, you know, initially like a lot of people, either once you get past that like spamming bit, it's all relying on parries, and then Mordo is like, hey, you can't parry anymore, son, get wrecked. So I like that they're having kind of more counters to those champions that really knock some noobs on their side, man. It's good to see. Am I going to stream the Uncollected Quest tonight? Yes, I will be, Jan. I will be. As soon as fresh out the gate, man, we're going for an initial clear of it. And then I'm going to do some videos on the patch and MODOK's lab and MODOK and Taskmaster. And then if I still have energy left in me, then I'm going to be doing a late night live stream where we go for 100% uncollected difficulty. And that's the plan this evening, man. I really want to have a day where I commit like a good like, well, I've been up grinding for like the last few hours, but man, just an insane day of grinding, really. Need to Brian Granite, need to get my marathon on, man. Is Hyperion better than Ultron? I would say in the majority of scenarios. Blade got buffed. I know, man. His synergy with Stark and Spider-Man is now actually working, so that's awesome. Oh man, I'm so jealous. There are a few people in my alliance that have Blade. It's actually quite funny because the majority of our alliance has actually stopped playing Alliance War. I've spoken about this before, just because we're not really interested. A lot of us like just not really interested in the current state of it. It's gone back to at the very top tier, being exactly like it was before, just a BS like Mystic Dispersion Fiesta, loads of Dormammu's, Magics, Mephistos, all over the place. And I think the current state of Alliance War Endgame, I don't know if you guys agree with me on this, but my perspective on current Alliance War Endgame at the moment is like, if you have a blade, you win. That's it. That's the current state of Alliance War Endgame. And if you don't have a blade, you might be able to win some matchups, but eventually, the BS, man, every fight, it's going to chip you down a little bit. It's just going to keep on getting you down and down and down. And if you don't have a blade to bounce back up and negate some of the BS, man, you're just in the bin. You find yourself at Spend Station, man. Nobody wants to be at Spend Station in Alliance War for like 700 5-star shards maximum. Well, to be honest, the difference between a win and a loss, it's only, what is it, like 500 and a bit 5-star shards or 400? Yeah, I think it's just over 500, which is ass for an event that requires the coordination of theoretically 30 people. You know, 30 versus 30, this massive war, absolutely insane war with all your top characters. Get like 500 5-star shards. Fam, I'm just gonna like fuck that and grind arena. Do Modoc's Lab a little bit. Do this new monthly event. I can't be asked to that, man. I'm wasting my time on that when I don't have a blade. Should I rank up a 4-star rogue undue to rank 5? Probably not. I'd probably save it for like an Iceman or a Wolverine or Archangel. But I don't know, Rogue's pretty good, man. She's probably still in my top 5 mutants to take up there. I really like what is it, Rogue for sure, man. Yo, what is up, Derek? Derek, dude, I need to give you a shout out, man. I completely slipped my mind, my friend, but I have remembered that this morning when I logged on, man, you sent me 5 energy refills. So guys, can we show some mad love to your boy Derek, 2K17 in chat, for sending over those energy refills, man? Thank you very much. I appreciate the support, my friend. Massive, massive hype, and great to see you on the live stream today. What is the easiest lane in 5.1.4? I've got a video. If you've seen the video, Davin, 5.1 is that's the Storm chapter, right? Yeah, I remember. If you have a look at the uncollected video that I did, it's like how to get the uncollected title, free to play. It goes through kind of the exact route that I took on that map, and then the next map, and then the collector map as well, along with some pro tips on, you know, how to fight and deal with various opponents. So yeah, man, I'd check that one out. That's probably going to give you all the information you need. But in terms of the path, it's the one like where you go Yellow Jacket and then you go left, and there's like a Punisher on it. Then you port to like an Iron Patriot, and then you come in right at the end before the boss. But yeah, it's just the one that's kind of on the immediate left. But yeah, check out that video, dude. Should be on the guides playlist. Archangel 30 bleeds, how to win all the time. Yeah, to be honest, like Archangel is an absolute beast of a champion. However, this month you got Taskmaster, right? And I reckon Archangel's gonna suck for Taskmaster. So I don't think I'm going to be bringing my Archangel to progression. Just having I like reviewed the early abilities of both characters, just trying to figure out like the good matchups this morning. And yeah, Taskmaster, man, he's gonna like keep on quickly like build a resistance to all debuffs, and then once he does, like Archangel's just gonna be in the bin, man. He's not gonna be very useful at all. Yo, what is up, Juice? How's it going, man? Yeah, dude, I heard, man. Somebody in chat told me that somebody started level 30 raid again. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Hopefully we can still generate some raid tickets, though. But ladies and gentlemen, can we give some massive love in chat to your boy, Juice Wolf, the blubberiest whale, man. The blubberiest whale that I know on this channel. Dropping that $25 super chat, man. Thank you very much. Let's get you up there, man. Okay, let's, go for this path over here. Just having fun in this auto fight fiesta here. The blubberiest whale yesterday was Jenny, man. Jenny with that $20 super chat. Man, praise be to Jenny. There we go. Right, Juice Wolf, right up there at the top of the stream. Center that a little bit more. Hey, that looks about right. Fantastic. Thank you so much, man. And yeah, we'll have a little bit of a chat about that in the Alliance Line chat in a second. Pulled 3 basic 5 stars for Archangel. I got Agent Venom, Dupe, Magic, and Gwenpool. Wow, that sounds like a pretty big win in terms of a crystal opening there, bot. Like, very happy about the Magic and Gwenpool, I would imagine. And the Agent Venom dupe, depends how much you like Agent Venom. He's alright, not the best, not the worst. There was a stream yesterday. Yeah, we did one towards yesterday evening, man. And then, did we do one the day before? Was it the day before? It wasn't the day before, it's the day before that. But yeah, there should be 4 live streams today. Cian, why don't I stream on Twitch or other platforms? Why would I stream on Twitch or other platforms? What's the incentive for me to do that when all my subscribers and fans and viewers are on YouTube? Like, I can very much understand, like, streaming on Twitch for a variety of, like, other kind of more mainstream games, more hype ones like the Hearthstone and, like, the Hearthstone, like Hearthstone and, like, PUBG and all that. But, you know, there's not much of a market for Marvel Contest of Champions streamers on Twitch. Hence why we're chilling on YouTube, man. I've got this access, you know, to a massive archive of my videos at a click. And the guides playlist and everything, just a moment away. So yeah, I really like streaming on YouTube as well, to be honest. I think one of my favorite things about YouTube is seeing everybody's icons in the chat, because that's what I really look out for, is kind of like little icon images, so that I can kind of, you know, remember who the regulars are and stuff like that. Makes it very easy to spot returning people, man. Yeah, that's how I look at it, Derek. Like, I look at the rewards for war, and I'm like, like, what do I care about when it comes to war? The 5-star, this is how I justified buying the 5-star crystal shard card, the one that was like 9,000 shards over a month. So the justification that I had in my head, 9,000 5-star shards, that is the equivalent to me participating and winning in, I think it was like 13 Alliance Wars. Yeah, it's about 13 Alliance Wars, but on average, in terms of the win-loss ratio, that would probably be about like 15, 16 Alliance Wars for a shard card. So I was like, okay, I'm not doing Alliance War. Like, I want to, you know, keep up with some of the free-to-play people and people that are, I'm just going to buy this shard card and then not do any Alliance War. Which has been working great for me, man. I substantially enjoy the game a lot more when I don't have to play endgame Alliance War without Blade. When I get Blade, I want to go back to playing Alliance War, because I will just be able to dominate everything. But right now, I'm just like, nah, man, I'm good. Yo, what is up, Whale? Dude, it's been so long, my friend. I hope you're well, my friend. I opened 7 5-star crystals today for Archangel. You got Iron Fist Dupe, Logan, Karnak, Hawkeye, Hulk, Iron Patriot, and Ronan. On the plus side, I did get a shiny new badge on my account this month. Dude, congratulations on your Legends badge. I'm so glad to hear that, like, the Hawkeye, the Hulk, they're pretty good. But everyone else, man, RIP. Can we pray for Whale, guys? Pray for Whale. Get those prayers in. We need those juicy 5-stars coming in his way. Luckily this month, man, there's a lot of opportunities to get some more 5-star shards. So hopefully you're gonna get that Archangel, man. I'm feeling it. You deserve a god tier champion after an opening like that, because that's just bad. It pains me to read openings like that. I just hate that they've got, you know, these These neglected, outdated characters still in the 5-star crystals, man. It upsets me, but now we got Juice and Whale at that top spot, man. A couple of blubbery whales today. I think we can fit. I'm gonna change the dollar daddy of the day to say Juice and Whale. Two whale brothers up there, man. 2 whale brothers. And let's get that centered toward the middle. But guys, thank you so much for the support, man. I really do appreciate all the super chats and tips. You guys are fantastic. Okay, wonderful. There we go. Not too bad. And, oh, there we go. So we've done 100% now. Fantastic. Another T1 Alpha in the bank. Pop, pop, pop. Not too bad. I feel like, so I actually figured out how to maybe resolve a little bit of my T1 Alpha problem, but it's a very painful process. So I'm just going to show you my stash at the moment in terms of like basic stuff. So these are my T4 basics, and T4 CC, like I could easily like max out every single one of my T4 CC and probably have like 8 out of 8 on every single T4 CC twice with all of my stuff saved up. So T4 CC, I got a lot of basics, but from now on, I am buying every single T1 Alpha that I can get my hands on in terms of glory, and it pains me, man. It really pains me, but if I keep on buying like basics and other stuff, then I'm just going to like have an overflow of basic catalysts. So I'm going to buy both of these. I might not buy the final one. I might only just buy this one more, but I need the T1 Alpha, man. It sucks. Buying one for 1,000, oh, it's painful how expensive it ramps up to. I mean, I can understand a slight bump in price, but like that fourth one is almost like triple the cost of the first one. Oh, mate, it feels bad, man. It feels bad. But I gotta do it, man. I've got to do it to end my surplus of surplus of everything else apart from T1 Alpha. It's more like a lack of T1 Alpha than a surplus of everything else, I think. But yeah, we'll see what's up, man. Oh man, I appreciate the help on the bad life, the poor life decisions fund. To be honest, I think I've been making a lot of reasonably decent life decisions recently. I've been doing alright, lads. I've been doing alright. But the channel is just, especially in the last couple of months, I mean, it's really leading up to December, but the views have, like, never been higher, and the likes and engagement and comments, like, it's just all going through the roof at the moment. So it's crazy to see, just the channel, like, just so fruitfully grow, man. It's insane, and we're getting very, very close to 100,000 subscribers, which is an incredible landmark, and something that, you know, is gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. You know, even if YouTube fails, I can be like, at one point I had 100,000 subscribers, and you know, I crossed that milestone and got that little trophy from YouTube, which is something that's, you know, incredibly rare. So yeah, man, it's crazy. But I really want to keep going out with YouTube, man. I find it such a enjoyable and fulfilling career so far. And I just, like, my favorite part about the whole thing is, like, I just constantly get to prove, like, people wrong, man. People who, like, you know, have doubted me in the past, been like, you know, you're never gonna make this happen. Then I'm, like, posting snaps of me in, like, California, New York, Dubai, Amsterdam, just going all over the world with this YouTube stuff, man. It's so incredible. Yo, what is up, Mafias? Dude, you've been dropping so much cash on the channel recently. Guys, can we show some crazy love for Mafias, man? Dude, I appreciate all the support, my friend. Should I rank up my Star-Lord to rank 5 and use a generic gem on him? When and if I get him, of course. So, if you're gonna take your Star-Lord up, are we talking about the 4-star Star-Lord? Because if you're going to go for the 4-star Star-Lord, I would go for him in both rounds of Arena, because I don't really think the cutoff's going to be that high. So if you can get 4 million in both rounds of Arena, that'll save you the generic gem. But, you know, if you don't have time to do a second round of Arena, I would say he's definitely worth the generic gem, and he's definitely worth taking up to rank 5, because he's just a great champion to have on demand for so many different things in this game. Rank 4, 4-star Hyperion or Iceman. My aim is Act 4. For Act 4, I'd probably take the Iceman up first, just because he's got a little bit more utility. Very, very handy for a lot of stuff in Act 4. But Hyperion, you know, Hyperion's good to chase up after that. They're both great champions, but I think Iceman is a little bit better. Unawakened, one of the things that I'm starting to realize is how great Hyperion's Awakened ability is. Because when I first got Hyperion, I awakened him, like, immediately before I started playing the character. So I didn't really have this period where I had to play around with an unawakened Hyperion, but now on my free-to-play account, I have the unawakened Hyperion, and I've just got like this huge appreciation for how much of an increase it is to have the extended Fury duration, the extended power gain duration, and also the extended duration on the special free buffs as a result of the extended power gain duration. Like, those things just make, you know, such a huge difference to the character, in my opinion. I still think he's super, super awesome, unduped, and better than most Cosmic Champions, even unawakened. But, like, his awakened ability, man, I feel like I undervalued that a little bit. Exactly, man. Can't wait for your free star uncollected monthly challenge. I'm interested to see, you know, if it can be done with free star characters. The only problem with free star, I reckon the completion's going to be able to be done with free star characters, but the problem is, what was it? So I actually tried. I'm pretty confident that I can do all of Act 5.1 with free star champions. However, it's that later half of Act 5.2 when it comes to Buffet, Masochism, and also Bane. Like, it just gets near impossible to do that with free star characters. You know, to keep up with either the damage output required to counter, like, Buffet and Masochism, or to, like, one of the really annoying things with Bane is, especially when you're playing a free star character, is that Bane every second toward the start of the fight deals about like 2,000 damage, and if you have a free star character, like, it just destroys it so quickly. And there are those scenarios where you don't really get like a good opportunity to transfer over Bane. Like, for example, there might be a really, really long special attack, like Moon Knight Special 1, and there are just scenarios which, you know, result in you taking, like, a chunk of unavoidable damage, which can be mitigated quite well on 4-star characters, but when it's 3-star and when the health pool is so low, like, they just get destroyed, man. They get absolutely wrecked. So, yeah, it's possible. I think maybe possible in certain areas, but it's just a massive, massive pain in the ass, and it relies on a little bit of luck in some circumstances. But yeah, I reckon it's going to be possible, maybe, to do like the easiest path in every chapter with 3-star champions. But we'll see how we get on with the 5 stars and 4 stars on the main account this evening, and then maybe a 3-star challenge. We'll see what's up, man. Because I imagine the completion rewards are going to be insane for uncollected difficulty. And also, well, technically speaking as well, I don't think anybody that has the uncollected title is just going to be using 3-star champions. So that was one of the things in Master Mode, is I wanted to like incentivize people to like get better at playing the game, man. Check out Dork Lessons videos, get them hooked in, and show them that they can actually take down challenging content, providing that they have enough skill. Which I think, you know, is something that I like to try and impart as much as possible, because this is a very, very, you know, there's a lot of skill in Marvel Contest of Champions, there's a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of randomness as well when it comes to character acquisition, but if you have the skill and knowledge, then you can bypass a lot of the randomness in terms of, you know, how you progress and grow your roster. But there are well, there's some stuff that you don't really stand to. The only thing I'd say you don't really stand too much of a chance of, if you had the absolute worst luck in the world, would be 100% Labyrinth of Legends. Like, even if you had the worst luck in the world, you could still get like the initial clear of Labyrinth of Legends done with like either a mediocre kind of like 5-star rank 4 champion, or you could take like a Star-Lord up that you could get from Arena, because he pops her up quite a bit, and there's going to be Star-Lord in Arena, what is it, this week? So that's an option to, you know, get your initial clear and Labyrinth done, even if you did have the quote-unquote worst luck in the world. There we go. Hey, what is up, Amau? Amau, is that how I say it? Hey, Cian, loving your videos. Quick question. Should I take a 5-star unduped Hawkeye to 355 or duped OG Daredevil to 550? Aiming for uncollected soon. Yeah, I'd probably go for the Hawkeye there, man. I love my Hawkeye on the free-to-play account. And a 5-star one I think is going to serve you very, very well for a lot of content in the future. So yeah, unless you are the biggest Daredevil fanboy in the world, I'd go for the 5-star Hawkeye over the 4-star Daredevil. This Hawkeye, he's just fantastic, man, and doesn't necessarily need to be awakened, but gains a very nice benefit from being awakened. How many team revives required to take down Collector for an average player? I would say like about 7 or 8 for a very average player, but it depends. Like, Collector has a very like easy aggressive pattern to get into if you're used to fighting aggressive enemies, but simultaneously, like, no character can really last that long. It depends a lot on your champions, and you know, if you can, you know, understand just exactly how the Collector is working, because all the fights go almost exactly the same. But yeah, it should only take like 7-8 team revives, but it's just a case of like powering through the BS. I think it took me 6 team revives on my free-to-play account and a couple of regular ones, and that was with a 20% boost and all 440 champions. And to be honest, we didn't have like any champions that had like insane damage output. We had a lot of like amazing-ish tier champions. We had like Hawkeye, Spider-Man. I think my best attempt on the free-to-play one, because I didn't really have that great a power control, was with the OG Spider-Man, and we got like 28 hits or something. So yeah. Hey, what is up, Marcus? Dude, thank you very much for the super chat. Guys, can we show some crazy love in chat right now to your boy Marcus for dropping that $30 super chat, making him the new blubberiest whale of the day. Oh, Marcus, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate all the support today, guys. You've been way too nice to me. Way too nice to me. I'm ready, man. The fund is getting up there for the Taskmaster crystal opening tomorrow. We're going to be opening 20 crystals so that we can get more YouTube views and push to 100k subscribers, and hopefully get a Taskmaster to do a ton of videos on this weekend. That would be pretty damn good, man. Would I rather have a rank 5-star Blade or Star-Lord for 100% LOL? For the purpose of 100% LOL, a Star-Lord would be the better option. But then after 100% LOL, I'd much rather have a Blade at rank 5 for Alliance War. Because I feel, like, I don't know this for certain, but I feel like the future of the game is going to be on kind of smaller based competitive maps. And I think Blade is going to be arguably the best champion when it comes to smaller PvP scenarios. But I don't know, man. It's interesting to see, like, in terms of like speed killing and racing, like an option like Star-Lord or Stark and Spider-Man is going to be better. It just really depends where the game is heading. So I don't know. I don't think I'm in a rush at all to take my first rank 5, you know, 5-star character up to rank 5. Because I'm not, like, deep in the Prestige game at the moment. I don't really care about the Prestige game. Don't really care about the Alliance War game. Like, I just care about kind of having fun, challenging, new content that, like, is quote-unquote fun and interactive. Like, I like stuff that just isn't a massive BS fiesta. And I think they've been doing quite well with a lot of that stuff so far, apart from Mephisto. I really didn't like Mephisto last month. There's a lot of stuff about Mephisto's design that I'm very critical of, but simultaneously, like, one of the biggest problems about Mephisto is that there are just not really enough counters to Mephisto at the moment. Like, Blade's made him a little bit... Look, I mean, if you got Blade, like, Mephisto is now a case of, like, if you got Blade or Iceman, you win. It was just Iceman at the start of the month, but it's going to be, like, Blade, Iceman, and Void. So, yeah, they're just introducing, like, new problems to the game and solving those problems with the brand new characters. Which is alright, because I guess the Mephisto month, it had the Iceman arena jammed in the middle of it, so as long as the solution is somewhat accessible. And there are also, I found quite a few interesting strategies surfacing at the end of the month for Mephisto. Like, I really like the Quake strategy and the Hyperion strategy, and some people even use Immorto. Like, there's some cool stuff with power game champions. But yeah, man, overall, like, Mephisto, I would have preferred if he was designed in a different way. All Seaton cares about is the memes. I do live for the memes, man. You know it. Yo, what is up, Chris Marler? Thank you very much for the kind words, man. I also do care about the memes. The memes are very, very important to me. Like, I need to know that the new updates are going to have some very dank memes. I was actually... I was very, very happy that Kabam did the right thing and gave everybody kind of the Facebook goodies regardless, or going to give everybody the Facebook goodies regardless of hitting 1 million likes. But I literally, because I'm still very, very skeptical of Kabam, like, because I felt like they're super, super hit and miss. So I planned out like this Kabam CEO video where I was gonna do like a bit of a like mix of like Kabam, you know, like Willy Wonka at the end of the first Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is like, you know, he goes off in this crazy like passionate, aggravated speech about like how you broke the terms and conditions and you get absolutely nothing, like good day sir, get out, you know, that stuff. So I wanted to do something kind of like embodying the spirit of that, but also in a way that was like parodying it. So yeah, I wrote down a few like draft ideas and clips and stuff that I wanted to weave together. But then they did the right thing, so it was a win-win situation, man. It was a win-win situation. But damn, man, Kabam are killing my memes game. They're killing the memes, man. They're killing the memes. Yeah, Tony, that was absolute jokes, man. I had a bit of a read on that this morning. Yeah, Kabam DK, man. I shot him a message on the forums to tell him that he's done like a really, really awesome job with his announcement post recently. And in terms of like the quest design and stuff, like it seems like a lot of the, you know, they're really taking on board player feedback. But to be honest, Kabam DK, out of every single dev that I spoke to, like he seemed to be like the most hardcore of the developer players. But he says that apparently in Office, the people that work on QA are the most hardcore players in terms of MCOC. But yeah, in terms of at Comic-Con, man, like Kabam DK, he knew a lot of his stuff. But to be honest, actually, the guy that designs all the characters, he was pretty hardcore as well. His name, I don't know if he's got like a Kabam name on the forums, but his name was Simon, man. He was the one with the big old mustache. He was a cool guy. Like, I really rate Simon, man. He knows his shit when it comes to characters. Just needs a lot bit more time, man. Seems like he's the main guy for characters, being pulled in 20 different directions. We need more Simons, man. More Simons and more Kabam DKs knocking about. But I don't know. I'm getting a little bit more happy with Kabam. They seem to be making some very, very good progress and in the right direction. Oh, Stan Lee, gosh, I think it's pretty obvious, like, which character, or a couple of characters that I'm going to make it to the end of Infinity War, but I don't want to give any spoilers away or discuss that stuff, because I know some people are very, you know, this is, you know, there are like videos for that and stuff, and not necessarily everybody wants to find out information related to that, just because, you know, they'll be expecting certain stuff coming. If that makes sense. Yeah, I just don't want to give any potential like spoilers, even though I don't know the spoilers. Like, I think it's glaringly obvious to as to who might be departing. Yo, what is up, Clayton? How's it going, man? Morning, open 7 5 stars today, or wait for Sentry featured and user class awakening gem. I guess it really depends on, you know, what your goal is and how good Sentry is, really. I think if you're very aspiring to, it depends if you want like a quantitude of characters or like a few ones that are like really, really good. I think that's kind of the decision that a lot of people that at the, you know, opening crystals need to make at the moment when it comes to 5 stars, because like there are so many amazing champions in the basic pool, but do you want kind of the new really hype champions that could be potentially like a tier above god tier, or like just something absolutely crazy, or do you want to gamble for the already existing god tier champions? and it's not really an answer that I can give. I personally am playing it in the way that in terms of my 5-star characters, because I am at the point where I don't need any more power in terms of my roster. Like, my roster can do absolutely everything in the game, apart from, like, consistently clear every single path in Alliance War, and that's because I don't have a blade. But yeah, that's kind of my problem. So I write down, you know, what matchups or what problems or what stuff you'd like to be able to do, and then try and find a champion that, you know, solves those problems. But for me, that champion is, it's the guy, it's the boy, it's the beast, it's Blade, man. It's Blade, and I'm really hoping to get him in February. We should have maybe 10, maybe 12 Blade crystals by then. Who knows, man? Who knows? Oh, that's it. Dysentery Joe. I kind of like that. I kind of like doing something like that, man. Oh, the Grinch. You're right about the Grinch, man. I really like incorporating, like, movie stuff as well. The Grinch is a fantastic film, man. Jim Carrey's an amazing actor. I watched there's a new, like, Jim Carrey documentary on Netflix. And it's really, really interesting, man. Absolutely fascinating when he's going, what is it, like, full into, because Jim Carrey is a very, like, dedicated, like, character actor, man. He, like, fully commits to whatever character he's in. Like, Jim Carrey's a proper weird dude. But there's this behind the scenes of, like, Man on the Moon, and it's this movie about a very abstract comedian called Andy. I forgot his surname, and it's really paining me because me and my girlfriend have been watching quite a few of his videos. But it's a very, very abstract comedian who you can never tell if he's being serious or not, and is a little bit of a wind-up sometimes, and a little bit crazy. But yeah, the way that Jim Carrey, like, plays him, man, and the stuff that he gets up to behind the scenes is just a little raucous, Yeah, Jim and Andy, that's the one, Blackened. Andy Kaufman, that's the one. Andy Kaufman, guys, you hit the nail on the head there. I was going to say Andy Kaufman, but but then I was trying to think of the name. But I'm glad that you guys have saved me the embarrassment of mispronouncing the name on live stream. Would I go for Medusa featured? I'm not overly fussed about Medusa featured. I can definitely see the appeal for different people, because she's a super fun character to play and she does some really awesome damage, but I don't really need that. I'd like to have it, but I need a character like Blade a little bit more, so that's why I'm going for Blade over Medusa. And I think for the majority of people, it's a better idea to go for Blade over Medusa. And if you want a champion that just does a lot of damage, I probably wouldn't go for Medusa. I would save up for, like, a future gold tier champion, because it looks like Taskmaster could be insane. It looks like, what is it? Sentry could be really awesome. Void could be really awesome. Like, there's a lot of hype coming in the next 2 months, and especially leading up to Infinity War as well. I assume there are going to be a lot of, like, really big Marvel characters, Infinity War versions entering the game that are probably going to be very interesting and exciting characters. Like, I also predict that we're all going to see, like, an Iron Suit version of Spider-Man, like the Infinity War suit that he has on, the Iron Spider one, which is a bit of an adapted one from what I believe is the comic book edition. But if there's another Spider-Man in the game, which I assume, you know, I'm going to assume there will be, just because Spider-Man make money, man. And I'm fine with there being another interesting and unique Spider-Man character. So yeah, Allah, I missed the donation. Oh man, what did I miss? Sorry, man. I'm gonna have to scroll back through chat. I really apologize if I missed something a little bit early. I got a little bit too caught up in talking about movies and stuff, man. Right, let's get that 5 combo. So bad with this stuff. Right, let's have a little bit of a scroll down. Yo! Oh, Mafias, you can't do that, man. You can't drop the hands. You can't drop the hand solo one in chat. But to be honest, I guess it's like, oh, it's almost 2 years. It's almost 2 years, man. Oh, Mafias, I gotta ask you very kindly, my friend. I appreciate the support, but please do not drop any spoilers for movies or Game of Thrones or anything like that in Super Chat, man. Just, I love the support, man, but like that stuff is just, it's not very cool in my opinion. Not a huge fan of it. But dude, thank you so much for the support, man. I really do appreciate it, my friend. Bop. Not too bad, lads. Not too bad. Well, next featured Blade Crystal will be in February, I believe it's going to be coming. So yeah, got to keep an eye out for that, man. Thank you, Matthias. I really appreciate it, man. Should I take my 5-star Hela to rank 4? I wouldn't take 5-star Hela to rank 4 unless they've made it clear, because I haven't been following too much of the Hela updates and stuff. But does she still have her Cosmic Supremacy synergy, like, working like the way it was, so that you could get, you know, get and maintain a pretty much unlimited stack of Furies? Because if you can, and if that's something that they've said, okay, we're going to let this continue, then I'd take her up to rank 4. But if it's a bug and they're going to fix it soon, I probably wouldn't take Hela up to rank 4. I think there are better champions overall. See, I got 5-star Spider-Gwen. Oh my gosh, you're so happy that you can win the video game. Damn right you should be, my friend. Damn right you should be. Dude, Spider-Gwen, she is the ultimate bae. If I actually really want to get a Science Awakening gem and Spider-Gwen and Whale Milker, I don't really. This sounds so odd, but I'd love to do like a first Labyrinth run with a 5-star rank 4 Spider-Gwen just for the memes, man. Like, who cares about doing it like the cheapest and most effective way? I just want to do it for the memes, man. That's what I'm all about. Hey, bud, I pulled a Voodoo from a 5-star basic. Worth using a generic on him. If you're gonna, would I use a generic on Voodoo in the current? I don't know. I feel like Voodoo has gone. I feel like Voodoo's been pushed down a little bit in comparison to newer characters like Blade. Voodoo's still really, really good, and if you like playing Voodoo, he's good to invest in. But a generic, like I'm very, like, I would go for Blade and using a generic on Blade. That's what I do. If I had a generic gem, which I do have a generic gem, and that's what I'm doing. So, I wouldn't be very inclined to use a generic on Voodoo. Like, if I had a Mystic, I'd use it on Voodoo in a heartbeat. I think it's one of the top options for a Mystic gem. But yeah, maybe, just because the generic's so rare. But I guess you're going to have a second generic from Act 5. I'd maybe say do Act 5.4... and see what you get from the crystal there, and if you get a Mystic one, then use it on Voodoo. If not, then maybe chuck a generic into Voodoo. It's maybe the line of play that I'd have. Because yeah, I assume if you've got a generic, you've done 100% Labyrinth, so you already have the muscle power to essentially get you through 5.4. Jake, you know it, man. I don't want to do that to Blade, man. I just want to obtain a 5-star Blade. But I think for the majority of people, like Blade is he's just the best 5-star option to go for, man. Definitely worth the gamble, in my opinion. When am I going to stream the Uncollected Event Quest completion? As soon as it launches later today, my friend. Yo, what is up, Croy? Thank you very much for the super chat, man. 100k, man. It's coming. It's coming. It's around there. I reckon we'll get there around January. I think December is going to be quite a big month for the channel. But I think the most subs we've ever got in 1 month is 7k. So unless some sort of miraculous miracle happens, I don't really see us hitting 100k this month. But I don't know, man. I think we'll get very, very close to it and then top off in January. Yeah, Croy, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate the support. Like, YouTube ad rates, for the most part, are very, very underwhelming for the amount of views. So that $2 super chat, man, that's a few thousand views there you've just gifted me, my friend. So thank you very much. Hey, thank you very much, Dwayne. Uncollected mode live tonight? You are correct there, noob. When will I get back to doing the top? Oh, I do need to do the top 5 champions for Mystic, Cosmic, and Science. I'm gonna do it soon. It's on my list. I've had a little bit of like internal debate on, especially the Mystic class, man. I was trying to think of how to rank that video, because like the top 4 Mystic champions, like Scarlet Witch, Magic, Dr. Voodoo, and Ghost Rider. Oh, there's so much debate internally. Like, I just go back and forth constantly on which one I think is good. You know, it really depends on the month and what you're facing. Because there are scenarios where magic is amazing, there are scenarios where voodoo is the most amazing, scenarios where Scarlet Witch is the most amazing, and scenarios where Ghost Rider is the most amazing. And there, you know, the amount of scenarios where one character is superior to the others just constantly fluctuates, man. Constantly fluctuates. I'm very inclined to say that the Magic is probably one of the most consistently top champions in the Mystic class. Scarlet Witch is very hit and miss. Dr. Voodoo is very, very consistently good, but sometimes he's a little bit miss, because he's just a little bit slow to ramp up in terms of power control. So sometimes stuff can escape you a little bit. And Ghost Rider is a bit of a beast, but his low damage output and reliance on landing a heavy attack to regenerate sometimes puts him at a disadvantage. So yeah, man, I always bounce back and forth. Can 5-star Blade rank 5 do a Legends run? I would say if you are going for a Legends run, then Stark Spidey is a much better damage dealer than Blade. So I would, yeah, if your purpose is to get a Legends run, the rank 5-star Stark Spidey is probably going to be the option there. But I reckon if you played Blade and did quite well, and you know the month wasn't super unfriendly to like debuff or bleed champions, yeah, you may be in with a chance. But I think if you've got a Stark Spidey and you have the Blade synergy loaded up, then that character would probably, you know, be much faster at dispatching in a Legends run. But Stark Spidey, man, he's a beast. Pretty damn awesome champion. Since I'm new to the game, I was wondering which 3-stars are worth maxing out. Pretty much, if you look at the tier list, it's pretty much those champions, but as 3-star ones. Anything in like the gold tier column is most likely worth maxing out as a 3-star champion. I can't really think of anybody in that column off the top of my head that wouldn't, in my opinion, be worth maxing out. But it also depends on, you know, which 4-star options you have. And I got to a point very, very quickly on my free-to-play account where it just makes absolutely no sense for me to rank up 3-star champions, because I'm just rolling in those 4-stars now. Blade or Star-Lord for a Legends run, though. Star-Lord, I would say, still has better damage output than Blade, for sure, man. But Star-Lord is just your crazy, hard-hitting champion right off the bat. Well, right off the bat, he's got some really nice damage, but then it just ramps up so incredibly quickly. I'm interested to see between like a Star-Lord and Stark-Enhanced Spider-Man, you know, who's going to be getting like the top Legends time when it comes to rank 5-star characters. Very interested to see kind of who's winning there, man. But I guess it kind of will depend on the monthly event and what's going on. Am I playing on a new device? Yeah, I'm playing on my iPhone X. I've been playing on the iPhone X for about, how many weeks has it been now? Almost a month, like a good 3-4 weeks. So, and the iPhone X's display is significantly wider. So it means that there is space kind of at the top and the bottom. So we've just got a bit of a random spacey background going on, which hopefully fades away when you're looking at the game. Or my beautiful face. Either one. Am I grinding the upcoming 2-star arena? You mean the one with, you know, 5-star shards? Like 10,000 5-star shards? Am I going to take the time to grind that? Hell yes I am, my friend. Hell yes I am. Dude, it's like a fully formed 5-star for grinding arena. I'll happily take that one up. Oh no! What's going on? What's going on here? I thought we got rid of all these issues, man. Seems really annoying. This doesn't seem to happen like when I'm not live streaming. It's just when I'm live streaming, it's just so incredibly erratic. It's a massive pain in the ass. Oh, right. Okay, let's put this on pause just for a moment here. And what do we have? Okay, let's get rid of that. Gonna restart. I think it's something to do with the I think it's actually something to do with my computer. Instead of the wires or connections, I think it's something to do with the Elgato software not being able to keep up. I don't think it's the capture card or anything like that. Or the wires. I think it's the software. and I reinstalled it and repaired it the other day. But, I don't know, man. Just keeps occasionally messing up. It hasn't been too bad today. But hopefully this doesn't mark the start of a huge annoyance for it. Remember I told you that I felt Ragnarok month was going to be too hectic. There was a monthly event, quest, vanquishing blow, Valor Arena, Valor test. Everything took time and game energy. MODOK month looks to be as draining as Ragnarok month. You initially didn't think it would be that bad, but you changed your mind in a recent video. Do I have any advice to handle the new events? In terms of... what do you mean in terms of... too hectic? I guess it got to a little bit of a point where I kind of stopped caring about certain stuff because it wasn't really that rewarding, or I already got the rewards that I wanted out of it. But I think next month is a little bit more consistently hype in a lot of areas. But I think the rewards for MODOK's lab are significantly better in comparison to the what is it, the bounty bounty missions this month. And also once every 8 hours, so 3 times a day instead of 4. That's a little bit less demanding. And the fact that it's just not this kind of piece of... I found it like, you know, once I was going through the same path and again and again and again, it seemed to be like super stationary content. Like I fought for Ragnarok and Hela like more times than I can remember. It just feels like constantly just barring away at those champions. So I reckon next month with MODOK's lab, that's going to switch things up a little bit. And there's a lot of like events that are going to be changing and coming in and out from week to week. So I don't reckon it's going to be too much, but I'm interested to see, you know, how I feel with all the events going on by the end of December. Do I feel like we need less stuff? Do I feel like we need more? But a big part of the full Ragnarok event as well was grinding Arena, man. And I grinded so much Arena at the start of the month, but by the end I just didn't really care for it a huge amount. So yeah, I'm interested to see how I feel with all the stuff going on in December, at the end of December. But I think I'm going to be significantly happier just because the rewards are much more insane, man. There's a lot more stuff going on. Because it just got to a point where I was like, oh man, everything just felt, you know, bare minimum rewards and a lot of time to invest. Alright, let's get that 5 combo. Captain America down. Pop, pop, pop. Should I rank 5 Ghost Rider to go on my Stark, Enhanced, Spider-Man, and Blade, or should I rank 5 my Magic for when I need power control? Don't have either as a 5-star. Oh, what would I do? If you got the Stark and Blade, well, I'd go for that Ghost Rider, man. I would go for that Ghost Rider. Like, Ghost Rider is super fun to play with those synergies, man, because you get the guaranteed chance that your judgments aren't going to fail, which is one of the most annoying things about playing Ghost Rider without synergy. And plus, you know, if you're playing the Blade and Stark quite regularly, you're probably going to want to bring the Ghost Rider anyway. So yeah, man, I'd take him up. I'd take him up. I like Juice's reply to you, man. I see, and I recently pulled a 5-star Punisher. Would I say he'd be rough taking up to rank 3, or maybe even rank 4 when T2 Alpha's more common? I think he's worth taking up to rank 3, just because he's like he's really fun to play, man. Really fun to play, especially if you've got him awakened. You get a bit of a safety buffer on death there sometimes. But I think Punisher, he's just so fun to play, man. He's one of my favorite characters. So I'd personally take him up to rank 3. I think there are better options. Like if you were looking like taking up a Gwenpool or a Blade over Punisher, then I'd definitely take up those 2 champions. And Taskmaster, I think, is going to be better and more desirable to take up over Punisher. But I'd be very surprised if he wasn't. So yeah, I think there's a lot more competition in the skill class. But if you ever have the spare resources, man, and you want to get him up just for a little bit of fun, go for it. Should I take Electro or Cat World War 2 to rank 4? Probably Electro, my friend. At Strike Force on Android, I'm not aware of any way to download it at the moment, Raj. You know it, Ian. You know it. That was my phrasing exactly in yesterday's video, but I have been giving extensive praise to Gabam over the last few days for a lot of their Christmas announcement videos. There's a lot of stuff going to be going on. Right, there we go. Put Beast in the bin. I'd definitely rather have, like, too much stuff going on than not enough. Because not enough is just the boring end of the spectrum. Too much stuff is the fun one, man. The fun one for sure. Right, let's see if we can get the special 2 off. Oh, not too bad, lads, not too bad. I saw some comments and stuff, because there's a bit of a negative perspective on there being, like, too much content, which is that, like, casual grinders or people that don't really, you know, have enough time to play the game, they're worried about, quote-unquote, falling behind, which I guess is, you know, it's a valid concern for sure, but I think the thing is to look at like any free-to-play game or any mobile game, mainly free-to-play games in general, you are always going to be behind the whales, man. Always going to be behind the big spenders. But it's about having like just interesting and fun content to play. I think you can enjoy Marvel Contest of Champions at its most when you completely disregard like the competitive aspects of the game and just focus on like your personal challenges and stuff that you're aiming to do, like progressing in like Act 4 or Act 5 or doing Labyrinth of Legends or Realm of Legends. Like there's a lot of individual content that, you know, is not really related to everybody else's progression but your progression individually. So, and how well you can play. So I think, you know, just don't really concern yourself, because at the top of any free-to-play game, like, there are whales, man. Those whales are going to be milked. It's a whale war in Fiesta, and hopefully this comes back in a sec. Oh, this is so annoying, man. So annoying. I might look into other solutions, because I don't want this to be happening during my Uncollected live stream. Too much of a pain, man. It just keeps... I think it's something to do with memory on my computer. I don't know. Need to look it up. Let's get that power sting off there. Just pop this Captain Marvel, sorry, Miss Marvel down. We're gonna get back to some more chat questions, man. It's the frequent repetitive content that is tedious. Dude, I agree, man. I hate stuff like Arena. Not a big fan of it at all. The Zero Energy Modok event 3 times a day, plus the Halls of Healing and Halls of Gold are going to drain people. I'm interested to see if the Modok's Lab is going to be fun enough to be something that you can enjoy doing 3 times a day. Because it looks, initially, it looks quite fun. That's kind of my observation on it. But I think 3 times a day is it's a big ask, because after like the first week or so, like the first week, whenever it comes to stuff like this, it's always great. You're always very, very infused in it. But after the first week, man, 3 times a day to like complete quite a difficult mission, it's quite a big ask. It's quite a big ask for a lot of people to find that time. It's not hard time to find, but it starts from going from a really fun challenge to do to tedious after you keep on repeating it. But I'm interested to see if the random element is going to make it something that has a fun repetition. But I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. I think, like I said it in the initial announcement video, I think anything like that should be like a max of 2 times a day before it gets a little bit too annoying. Like, that's kind of my theory on it. Like, once a day, if it's, well, 2 times a day, I think is relatively fair. But I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out to be. But also, like, I'm a very big fan about the amount of rewards that you can get, because there's so much stuff, man. And every time you do it, it just gives you a really, really nice chunk of stuff. So it doesn't see. I don't think I'm gonna hate it. I think I'm gonna quite enjoy Modok's Lab. But I'll give my feedback on it probably toward the end of the month. But I felt like Valor missions, man. They became very tedious very, very quickly. Do I think Kabam will bring out good offers this month? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have an expectation for good offers. I have an expectation for gifting crystals, which are going to be massive whale milking crystals. They're going to have a 5-star Kangen. They've changed the reward for legends of 5.4 to a 5-star Thanos. So 5-star Kangman, he's definitely, oh pardon me, going to be in the gifting crystals this year. Oh man, that one just slipped right out, didn't it, man? I didn't see that one coming. I do apologize for my ghastly manner, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't catch that one. Snuck up on me. Yeah, the $1 crystal should be coming on the 10th. Is 5-star Rhino good? Not really. Especially in the current state of Alliance War. Not really a great champion to take up. Like, he's quite fun to play. I like Rhino to a certain extent, but he's just not really the best. Yeah, very true, Rubber. Very true, man. At least you didn't have to 100% the Valor missions, Callum. I'm very happy about that, Chris. I'm very happy that I didn't have to 100% the Valor missions. Save me an assload of time, my friend. An assload of time. See, should I take 5-star Nebula to rank 4 or wait for something better? I definitely wait for something better, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think Nebula is worth rank 4 as a 5-star. The general consensus on the Star-Lord cutoff. I think we had a bit of a chat about it yesterday evening, and I think a lot of people would be very surprised to see it go over 4 million. Because Star-Lord is a very, very old character. There have been quite a lot of chances to get a Star-Lord throughout MCO's history. And, yeah, the majority of the endgame player base who have, like, really big rosters already have Star-Lord. So I'm not really expecting to see an insane cutoff for Star-Lord. I'm kind of expecting something in the middle. Because I imagine people with, like, progressing rosters and fairly new players are gonna, you know, just grind as much as they can for him. But I think it's very important. Like, if you have the time this weekend, just try and get in the pool for both arenas. I think that the second arena, man, there's gonna be a ton of people in the pool and a ton of people going to like 1.5 million for the rewards, because, you know, we're gonna have that bonus battle chips and gold event starting. But yeah, it's a good time to grind the arena milestones and let some more people get 4-star Star-Lord. What's that? Opinion on 5-star Magneto? He's pretty trash, man. Pretty trash. He's not the worst, but he's nowhere near the best. He's like a tier above the worst, man. A tier above the worst. I know, Whale. I've got no manners, man. I need to be domesticated. Should I take up my unduped 5-star Stark Spidey to rank 4 or my 5-star Iceman dupe to rank 4? I'd probably go for the Stark Spidey, Jared. Yeah, I think he's going to serve you a lot more. It really depends what your goal is. You know, the next thing on your to-do list, is it like an initial clear of Labyrinth for 5.4? I think regardless, when it comes to like progressing, you know, in content to get more rank 4 options, it's probably the Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. So yeah, I'd go for that, dude. Unless you've already got a Star-Lord up there. Did I do a video for best spending of Valor? Yeah, I did a Valor guide like a few days into the monthly event quest. It's called like Valor, Everything You Need to Know. Just gave my opinions on what you should spend your Valor on. Do I think Doctor Strange should have a magical block like Dormammu? That'd be really, really cool. I mean, Doctor Strange, you know, when they created the character, they had nowhere near the tech that they do now. But Doctor Strange, he definitely needs a little bit more love, a little bit of a buff, a little bit more justice. I'm still very pissed off that they nerfed Doctor Strange after 12.0 and then decided to buff the character, not directly, but through a Mephisto synergy. Which isn't, it's alright, he's quite a bit better when he has that synergy, but I just found that very, very cheap. I don't like a lot of these, like, buffs that characters should have, but they've decided to throw on a synergy for a new character instead. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. I like the additional stuff that's, like, a cool little extra for an already, like, viable or good character. But the ones that are absolute ass, just making those characters viable via new champion synergies, man. Comes a lot across a little bit cheap, man. A little bit of a cheap move. They're really loving these unique synergies, man. They've stuck with them for all the new character releases. So I think I don't know if they're trying to like revamp all, like a plan of theirs is to revamp all synergies in the game and turn them into unique synergies. Like they're going to go back and redo the other characters. So that might be a possibility. I guess I'd like to, you know, now that unique synergies are a few months down the line and they're appearing on every single character, it would be nice to see if that, you know, get an opinion from the devs if that is their ultimate plan, is to rebalance all of the characters via unique synergies and go back and rehash. But I'm curious, man. I'm very curious. Am I streaming later after the update? I will be streaming exactly as the update starts. And yeah, I'm gonna go what is it? Stop the live stream for a little bit. But we're going to be back in probably about half an hour's time. We're going to be on the free-to-play account. We're going to finish Master Mode 100% on that account, and then we're going to be opening a 2 4-star crystals and a load of other crystals on that account. So yeah, that should be pretty cool. But before that, man, I need to figure out how to sort out this friggin' Elgato problem with it keeps on disconnecting. I'm convinced it's something to do with the software on the computer, so I want to have a little bit of a dig into that, see what's up. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the live stream today. Massive shout out to all of you, and I shall see you all very, very soon on the channel.